When this bag was released, it immediately caught my attention because I noticed some subtle design elements and aspects to the bag that really got my wheels turning. I wanted to see how it actually worked in the real world. This is the Rushfaster Travel Backpack 36 liter, and while it may appear unassuming as a bag, it is a full-featured travel backpack that I think could work for a lot of people. It could be the perfect bag, but there could also be a potential deal breaker here in this bag, so let's get into it. So Rushfaster is a company that is really ingrained into the carry community at all aspects. They've been reviewing gear on YouTube for a number of years. They're also a retailer of gear, and now with the release of their EDC lines and now their first travel backpack, they're also producing their own gear. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about immediately what I like about the bag. I'm gonna show you some issues that I had with the bag, and then I'm gonna talk about a potential issue, maybe, possibly, and then of course we'll do a full walkthrough and loadout towards the back end of the video. So let's start immediately with what I love about this bag. And first and foremost, it is going to be the external stretch pockets, this front kangaroo pocket and the two side water bottle pockets. They're also the reason I wanted to check out this bag primarily. So let's talk about the front kangaroo pocket. This thing is awesome. And if people are familiar with the Matador Globe Rider 35, if you read any reviews, watch any reviews of that bag, the number one thing they love about that bag is the front kangaroo pocket. Now Matador just recently killed off that bag. RIP Globe Rider, I'll pour one out for you, but it lives on here with the Rushfaster Travel Backpack 36 liter. Now the reason I really love this front kangaroo stash pocket, it is just so versatile. Say you're traveling and you want to stash a outer layer, you can easily do so. You can stuff this as a light jacket. It ain't gonna look the prettiest, but it'll easily stuff into there. You're traveling with a family, you can throw snacks, you can throw all sorts of things. And then the water bottle pockets are actually designed like a pair of jeans, like a jean pocket. They have these side entrances. So this bag is fully packed out, by the way, for 2 weeks. And I have a 32-ounce MiiR water bottle here. This is an insulated water bottle. It can easily fit, you have to undo the compression strap, but it'll fit into here, and then you can secure it with your compression strap. But the reason I like this design is because it's fully hidden. And I'm the type of person that utilizes these pockets as quick access pockets. When I'm going through the airport, I can toss my snacks that I purchased, souvenirs. When I'm going through TSA, I actually throw my cell phone, my passport, boarding passes, all that stuff, my Apple Watch into this side pocket here just to get it through the X-ray machine. And the fact that they're built like a jean pocket keeps everything nice, secure, and snug. So while they're not the most secure quick access pockets, they're a little bit more secure than your traditional water bottle pocket. And if you're one of those people that carry a tripod, even though it won't fit into the side water bottle pocket because the compression straps do have buckles, you can still secure your larger tripods to the exterior of your pack. And on a side note, have you ever had a water bottle, especially an insulated water bottle, fall out on you when you're maneuvering your bag inside the plane and it just rolls under the seats, or you're in the airport terminal and that noisy bottle hits the ground and causes the big commotion? Well, not going to happen here with these pockets, because no matter which way you flip this bag, they're going to stay nice, snug, and secure. And that's actually the perfect segue into what I love most second about this bag, is that you can maneuver this bag in many different ways because it has 4 padded grab handles. That is correct. You have one padded grab handle at the top, you have one on each side here, and you also have a padded grab handle down at the bottom of the bag. So again, when I'm traveling, I'm tossing this bag overhead bins, trunks of cars, you name it, and I don't have to worry which way I position my bag. I can easily grab my bag from any side, any angle, and worst case scenario, you could even use the luggage pass-through that's on the back here to lift your bag up if it's laying face down. So again, just an easy way to maneuver the bag. One thing I really learned about myself is that I really value a good carry grab handle, and the fact that this bag has 4 nicely padded ones with a 5th option here makes this bag super easy to maneuver, and I love it. And lastly, the thing I love most of all about this backpack is the overall material set, especially the primary fabric. Now this bag's main fabric here is constructed of a 420D Cordura material, and I love it. It is awesome. It is nice. It is smooth. It does have a PFAS-free DWR coating. That's a water-resistant coating to the bag. So it's gonna give you a fair amount of weather resistance, but I just love the color green. Now, currently at the time of filming, this bag is available in 2 colors, a all black and the green that I have for you here. I just love the smoothness of the material. It's not gonna attract pet hair, dust, stuff like that. And of course the color and just the malleability of this bag. Now, as you can see, this bag stands up incredibly well on its own, and that's partly due to the way it's packed out. But because you have some of the malleability of this bag, it doesn't feel stiff, it doesn't feel rigid, and overall it just has a very good look to the material itself. So with it actually being Cordura material, it's a name brand material, and to complement that, you have name brand hardware all over this bag, so there's no real concern on that end. Everywhere there's plastic buckles, it's going to be Woojin hardware, and all of your zippers are going to be YKK, which are considered some of the best in the world. Now, all of the zippers are PU coated, and so that's going to give you some additional weather resistance. And as far as the stretch material on the outside of the bag, again, it feels nice, high quality stretch. How it will hold up over time after repeated, use of stuffing things in and out is going to be, left to be seen. But overall, the quality of the bag's materials is just excellent. Now, getting into some of the issues I had with this bag, I primarily only had one issue with this bag and a couple of other nitpicks that you could probably nitpick on any travel backpack. But my main primary issue with this bag, and we'll get into the overhead cam here, is the adjustment buckles for the shoulder straps here. Now, they are aluminum, so it gives this bag a nice premium feeling, but there are also no aluminum buckles anywhere else on this bag. Everywhere else is plastic, so a little bit odd of a design choice. But the biggest issue here is that the aluminum buckles don't hold your adjustment. You see how this webbing here easily comes out? So that means that every time you put this bag down and you pick this bag up, the adjustment of your shoulder straps moves ever so slightly. Sometimes it's a little bit, sometimes it's a lot. So when you put this bag on, you're gonna have to give your shoulder straps a tug every single time to even them out. And like I said, it varies on depending on how your straps land. But you can see right here, just from the weight of the shoulder straps, you are already moving your adjustment. So it's just something you're gonna have to get used to, and it's not a big deal to adjust them. Put your bag on, give it a little tug, and good and on your way. It's just something that I don't have to do with other travel bags, and I just noticed. So I think here, and this isn't the only bag that has done this to me. I have another very expensive backpack that has the metal buckle down at the bottom that does the same thing. So in this case, this is where a plastic buckle probably would have been a better choice. And I know on my very expensive other bag, if I were to get another one, I would definitely go with a plastic buckle. Now, for another friction point of the bag that I really had is going to be the bag's PU coated zippers. And we'll look again at the overhead cam here. You see, they're nice, they're beautiful, they're gonna add some weather resistance, and you do have a nice chunky number 10 zipper here for the main compartment. So the zippers do have this security element to this bag. They have this kind of hook and eye system here where you can run the Hyperlon zipper pull through this little button here, and it's going to provide you with some security. It's just going to be a theft deterrent. It's not really going to lock your bag, but that little extra step, that little friction point is going to keep thieves out of your bag. Now, just on a separate note on this hook and eye system here for the security system, it is very tight to use in the beginning, and there were some F-bombs said, there were some WTFs drop when first using it because it is a Hyperlon loop. But I will say, the more times you actually loop the Hyperlon through, the Hyperlon begins to stretch a little bit. So your fourth and fifth, your sixth time, it's going to be a lot easier than your first, second, and third time. But back to the zippers. Nice chunky YKK 10 Aqua Guard zippers here, but man, the resistance. So again, just something that I noticed that I've become over time. I'm just over the PU coated, the Aqua Guard zippers. Just give me a good old fashioned buttery smooth regular reverse coil zipper and I will be happy. My last little nitpick with this bag is going to be with the 3-year warranty that it comes with. Currently at the time of filming, this bag retails for $324. And that puts this bag at that upper end of premium travel backpack. And when you compare this bag with other competitors in that same space, they often come with a lifetime warranty versus the 3 that you're getting here. TomTok will give you a $100 backpack with a 2-year warranty. Bellroy got a lot of crap for only including a 3-year warranty for many years, and they finally bumped it up to a 6. But I think Rushfaster in general built an incredible product here with high quality materials, and you would think that they would have a little bit more confidence in their product in giving customers a better warranty. Because one thing I've learned from doing this channel is that warranties matter, and a lot of people do put value into those warranties. You know, this pack is designed out of materials and constructed out of materials that are built to go the distance, the long haul, and I think that Rushfaster should have a little bit more confidence in backing their product up with a better warranty. Okay, now for the potential deal breaker for some is this bag's harness system does not include load lifters. Now this isn't the first travel backpack to not include them. I've traveled a ton with a GR35, never felt I needed them. And to be honest with you, never felt I needed them here on this bag either. Just to give you a quick rundown from what I've learned doing a little bit of research myself, I talked about it in the rework outbound video, but in order for load lifters to actually give you a mechanical advantage, they actually have to be tied to some sort of frame. The pack actually has to extend higher than the shoulder straps as well to give you that mechanical advantage. So when you get into these smaller, like 20-liter packs, 25-liter packs that have these load lifters, they're not really lifting the load. They're more like compression straps at that point. And that's what it would be here if you were to implement them. It'd be just a short compression strap to bring the back towards you. So Rushfaster, according to what they said on the website, you know, instead of adding the complexity of extra straps and buckles, they decided to simplify the design and forego the marginal gains you would get from a compression strap on a frameless pack. That being said, those compression straps do sometimes help bring just the top of the pack towards you. So again, while I didn't feel this pack necessarily need them, I can totally understand why people still want them and even want them on 20-liter packs. So, you know, I do get both sides of the coin on that. So let's do a full walkthrough to show you all the features that are actually kind of tucked and hidden within this bag. And we're going to start with the interior. Now this is a full clamshell opening bag, but you will have to lay it on the face of the bag because it opens up like a suitcase, and we can show you now. So let's go all the way around with the zipper, and then it opens up like this. So this is actually one cool feature of the bag that I didn't anticipate, is it opening up like this, and the back panel has structure. So a lot of times when you get to the beaver flap of bags, they're kind of floppy and they just fall over. But because it opens up like this and this has structure, you know, when you get to your hotel and they have that long dresser as you walk in, you can actually put your bag down. This part will lean against the wall here, so you can kind of operate this like a suitcase. And you have these two top zippers here that, again, if you're putting gear here, this back panel is leaning against the wall. It's taking up very little space on that narrow dresser. So a little hidden feature that I didn't think was that good, but noticing that it takes up a lot less space operating like this was pretty cool. So again, you have two stretch pockets on this side, and then down in your main interior is your bucket here. Now I have my toiletry kit, my Gravel Slim. This is my Pioneer Global pouch that I have loaded up with my DJI and other camera equipment, so I'm able to fit that in here as well. And then in the main bucket, you have these little straps here to keep your gear, you know, in one place. Now, before you poo-poo all over these straps, because I know a lot of people will cut them out or not even use them, they're really designed to keep your stuff from sinking and falling down to the bottom. They're not really compression straps, they're mostly just holding everything in place. And what that does is that help you keeps all your gear flat and centered and just keeping the whole pack center of gravity closer to your back. So it's not pulling all the weight down and away from you, making it uncomfortable. Now, loaded in the main compartment are the Rushfaster packing cubes. And I actually got the bundle set. It includes the travel backpack, the set of packing cubes, as well as the hip belt. So all of this is sold separately, but you can bundle them together. So these packing cubes are actually pretty cool. They're not compression packing cubes, but they have a pretty cool system. They do have a carry grab handle here, and you'll notice you'll have a gray zipper and a black zipper. So the way these are designed is that as you take out, let's just say I take a pair of socks out from the clean side and I use them, I can stuff them on the back side in the dirty compartment. And the internal material will shift, so as you take away from the clean, you can pack the full, so you never really lose space anywhere in this bag. A cool little feature there to keep your gear and your clothing organized. But again, you have that gray and black zipper, everything. So the set does come with the two small and then a larger packing cube. So what I have here is actually what I would take for a 2-week trip. I have my socks, 7 pairs of underwear, and then a full pants, shorts, shirts, the whole get up, my capsule wardrobe for a 2-week trip. Obviously, you're gonna do some laundry. So now that we're in the main compartment, you can kind of see where the front admin pocket is kind of protruding into the main compartment, so that's something to keep in mind. Here is your buckle system here to keep your gear in place, and it's a big empty bucket. And because it's malleable, sometimes when you're loading this up, you will have to like prop the sides up there so you can get a good sense of how stuff is actually tucked into here. The only other feature besides this straps here in this main bucket is going to be a hidden air tag pocket up at the top here. Get that on camera. And I mean, really secure, really hidden. It is pretty large, so if you had a larger tractor, it should be able to fit in there as well. But you have that peace of mind with that tracker there. Nothing else major in the inside. And like I said, because of the malleability, you will have to like do the little tuck system to get your gear in and out. But super simple layout, and something that I actually really love about the travel backpack is just not a lot of thinking going on in here. Super clean, super simple. Now for the exterior of the bag, besides the 2 awesome water bottle pockets in the front stretched kangaroo pocket, you also have daisy chain loops on the front here made of Hypalon. And it's also just, I mean, you can clip whatever you want. You can clip a hero clip. I have, you know, a Matador beta clip that you can clip here, a beta lock, and hand sanitizer. So plenty of attachment points. Now Rushfaster does also sell a cargo attachment that you can add to the outside. So if you want to carry like a large helmet or anything like that, you can still add more additional gear to the outside of your bag. Now up front is where you're going to have your admin compartment. We can look at that at the overhead. It is going to be a half of this area here. So that's going to be the trade-off, because you know, most travel bags have that zipper compartment here. You have the stretched kangaroo pocket. I much prefer this, but this admin does fold all the way back, and you have that same nice kind of gray interior that we saw in the main compartment. And this does have its own volume, you know, a good amount of volume. I'm able to fit my bulky over-the-ear headphones in there, AirPods Maxes. And then you have 4 stretch pockets on top of each other and a pen pocket in the center. Along the back, you have an additional zipper compartment with your key tether, and I think also I have my notebook in there. So again, flatter, smaller items are going to work best in this kinds of areas. But these stretch pockets are actually pretty good. This is my chunky 100 watt, 20,000 milliamp laptop charger, and it fits into this stretch pocket with ease. And of course my Woven X Flora, I never travel without a flashlight. But plenty of space into this admin compartment here. Love that my headphones fit. I was concerned, it was going to be a real big concern. That actually would be a deal breaker for me if I couldn't get my over-the-ear headphones into the admin section, because this bag is not really designed for you to access the main compartment on the fly. Now, besides this front admin compartment, you have a lot more additional pocketings, and all the pockets here on this bag are designed top down. So right here at the very top, you have a, what I'm calling a low security pocket. There is a rain flap. Again, more AquaGuard zipper, and this one is going to be like a felt, or you know, whatever, this microfiber lined pocket. So if you want to throw a pair of sunglasses, which I do, but I keep mine in the Orbitkey case. And it's plenty big, plenty of room. You can actually fit a couple of pairs of glasses, and I just have other quick access items like my gum, eye drops, and chapstick. But great pocket here. Not really understanding the rain flap design, but I mean, it is what it is. And then of course, this is the zipper track for your main compartment, and behind that is your laptop compartment. Now you do have dual zips, and they are going to have the same locking mechanism as all your other zipper tracks. And when you get into this laptop compartment here, it is big. And I have my 3D printed 17-inch Dell XP. This is a chunky computer, and it fit in there no problem. But one thing I noticed about the laptop compartment is that it's not really super suspended off the bottom. Even, I'm not even sure if it's fully suspended off the bottom, honestly. I put my hand all the way down in there. You can kind of feel the bottom. There's a little bit of padding there. So not super confidence inspiring having this sink all the way to the bottom. With so much room in there, you thought they would have raised it a little bit. So maybe that's an area for V2s. They can make that a little bit, you know, higher off the bottom. So they advertise up to a 16-inch MacBook Pro, but my 17-inch 3D cutout fit in there beautifully. Now my personal device is a 14-inch MacBook. No issues getting it in and out with the 14-inch either. Now, one thing to note in this laptop compartment, there is no secondary compartment for a tablet or an iPad. So it's just something to keep in mind. You will have to come up with your own carry solution if you're carrying multiple devices. On the opposite side here, you have this little magnetic compartment here, which is pretty awesome, and a quick place to grab your charger, magic mouse, whatever you need, charging brick right there as well. So I thought that was pretty cool as well. Now behind this laptop compartment is what I'm calling like the medium security pocket here. It's a pretty big pocket. I can fit my entire hand in here, and you can stash things in there. Flatter items are gonna work best. You can put a cell phone, other things. Now, to be honest with you, this is a pocket that I honestly didn't use very much, because with the front admin and the top quick access pocket, that's kind of what I needed. But you do have the option here. And this pocket actually has a locking YKK zipper. So meaning once you flip the zipper head down, you're not going to be able to move this zipper here. So that's why I'm saying it's a medium security, because it's kind of well hidden underneath the carry grab handle, and it has that locking zipper head. And for an additional more security, you do have a secure hidden pocket underneath the shoulder straps, which I'm calling your extra security pocket there. So you have like a high security, a medium security, and then the quick access up top, low security pocket. It has that same locking zipper head there, so you don't have to worry about these zippers drifting on you or opening up. But once you get this pocket all the way open, it's going to be best for smaller things like passports, cash, wallets, that sort of thing, just to keep them extra secure. And again, it's probably the most secure pocket on this entire bag. So while we're back here, we'll take a look at the bag's harness system. Now you do have this additional storage loop here. I love that. I don't want to deform my carry handles by hanging it, so I love that they have a hanging loop. And then for the shoulder straps, you have these nice contoured shoulder straps. Now, I carried this bag fully loaded, and I have roughly about just over 22 miles on the ground on foot with this backpack. These shoulder straps are constructed of 3 different foams. It's meant for structure, a little bit of breathability, and then some just for comfort. I think the harness system is actually very good on this bag, and the main reason why I didn't think I needed load lifters. Now, this harness system does have the optional hip belt. It is an additional cost, but again, you don't have to buy it, and it's actually removable just by having some Velcro. So you just pop the Velcro at the bottom, and then you can pull this whole hip belt right out. So now you can get a better look at the nice contour of these straps. You do have a sternum strap, and I love the fact that it's not on a rail. You can still adjust it, but I'm a set it and forget it guy, and that's exactly why the adjustment straps here kind of bothers me, because I don't like to finick with my straps too often. So I love the fact that it's not on the rail. And of course, on the back panel, you still have that same nice breathable mesh that you have underneath the straps. Comfort wise for this bag, again, like I said, I have about just over 22 miles on foot fully loaded. I think the bag carried extremely well. It's not quite the top tier like I would say Tortuga and the Rework are for me, the Firo bags, but it's pretty damn close. I don't think people are gonna have an issue with comfort at all with this bag, and it's actually one of the highlights of this bag in general. So for some final thoughts on the Rushfaster Travel Backpack 36 liter, this bag checked an incredible amount of boxes for me, and honestly, this is very close to my ideal perfect backpack. If I could change a few things, you know, like the buckles down here and the adjustment straps, just a few little tweaks to this bag and change out the zippers, it would be my perfect travel backpack. That said, I think that this bag is highly underrated. I don't see a lot of discussion about this bag, maybe because it's still new, it's only been out for a few months, but I think that it's severely underrated. So I think that this bag is definitely for somebody who's ready to invest in a high quality travel backpack that they can use for one bag traveling. It's an entire travel system. You can get the hip belt, you can get the packing cubes to complement everything. But if you're ready to take that plunge into something that's full featured, very comfortable, and has plenty of good organization and versatile organization, this is going to be the perfect bag for you. And of course, if you're somebody who wants something a little bit more minimalistic and maybe you have concerns about the longevity of these giant stretch mesh pockets, probably not going to be the bag for you. But overall, I'm just really impressed with the very first offering in a travel backpack from Rushfaster. And like I mentioned at the top of the video, given their experience in all aspects of carry, kind of expected it to be this way. They've really thought of everything when they were putting this bag together, because I see comments all the time, right? I wish I had external attachment points. You got them. I wish I had 2 water bottle pockets. You got them. I wish I had that Globe Rider stretch pocket. You got it. So carry handles, bells and whistles, security aspects throughout this bag. I mean, Honestly, I don't even think there's any more boxes left to check with this bag. But of course, like always, I want to know what you think of the Rushfaster Travel Backpack 36 liter. And of course, if you have any more questions about this bag, drop those in the comments. I respond to every single one. The goal of this channel is to always help you find the right gear for you. Now, if you made it this far into the video, I want to say thank you so much for sticking around to the end. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please consider hitting like and subscribe, as that directly supports me and the channel. I also want to say thank you to Rushfaster for sending out the travel backpack system for me to test and review. Now, if you like a lot about this bag, but it wasn't quite for you, I've got 2 recommendations for you, and I'm going to put them right here on screen. The first one is going to be the Tortuga Travel Pro. Another full-featured travel backpack that has a good balance in weight, awesome materials, and carries like a cloud. That's going to be there for you. And then as well as the Rework Outbound 30 liter. If you're looking something for a little bit smaller, but still carries incredibly well, good blend of organization, check out the Rework 30. But again, thank you for sticking around to the end, and I can't wait to see you on my next video.